What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about if Call of Duty Cold War is in serious trouble. And I want to go over pretty much the reception that the alpha and beta got, where the game is looking going into the release. I know this is maybe a more spicy topic for a game like this. This is surely going to bring a lot of hate to this video, to the channel, potentially. I do want to make very clear, though, I would say I'm not a diehard Call of Duty fan, okay? I'm like a watcher of Call of Duty. I've been following the games. I get them, on a case-to-case basis, but this is not an attack video. This is not an aggressive video. I do just generally want to talk about if the game's looking good, if the game is in trouble, as, we're only a couple weeks, around 2 to 3 weeks away from this game releasing. If you guys do like that, if you guys like my style of doing these videos, make sure you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, so you guys know when all these videos go up. And also, I have a Discord server, lots of people in there talking about pretty much anything. I'm sure there'll be a Call of Duty group there as well that gets built as we get closer to the game, so you can join our Discord. All that stuff is in the description below. Okay, so look, the alpha and beta. Now, I don't try to speak for everybody, or at least my intention, at least in this video, is not to speak for everybody. But I would say, from what I saw, the alpha and beta's reception was not all that good. Even if you want to argue that it was okay, I would say that's probably as far as you can get. I would say, well, look, Call of Duty is always going to be a game that has its fans and also has its massive haters, whether it's actual, like, warranted, and not because I'm totally not against hating something or criticizing it if it deserves it, right? I mean, you'll go at it, okay? But if you're just hating it to hate it, obviously that's a different thing. And to be fair, Call of Duty is definitely, a game. It's one of those handful of games that I think has people that will just always hate it just to hate it, okay? I think that's important to talk about early on. But from what I saw, there was not a lot of positive things being said about, the beta and alpha. Now, last year, I would say Call of Duty was mainly driven in terms of the hate from the more grounded, realistic, the whole SJW kind of stuff that was pushed on IGN, that was pushed in a lot of other places, of the game being too real or showcasing too many things in the way that it was. And I actually came to Call of Duty's defense, where it's like, hey, these guys are doing something very risky, these guys are doing something very different, and it's making lunatics freak out, and you're seeing it left and right, and I actually love that. I love to see those kind of fireworks, and we saw that last year. This year, I feel like maybe it's because, and you guys can correct me at any point, okay, if you find I'm saying something wrong. This year, I don't really feel like there's the build-up that there was last year. Now, again, maybe it's because that's kind of stuff that maybe sticks out to me a little bit more. I think the story in general with last year's Call of Duty was, again, a bit more dramatic, not necessarily like it was a drama, but literally a created drama online. I think, to me, it elevated the game up quite a bit. And I think more eyes were on it maybe than past years. Now, it's not a secret that Call of Duty games always do well, okay? They were on a decline for a couple years, but a decline for Call of Duty is not actually, it's not actually a decline, right? Like when a star player in a sport has like an off year, sometimes it's other players' career year, okay? Kind of the same thing for Call of Duty. Like, if it has a bad year, well, other games still wish it could sell as well. And then when Call of Duty's on the up and up, which it has been. So you look at this year, I just don't see it this year. And maybe it's because of, blank that went around the world that has impacted, I would say, well, firstly, it's impacted how games have been developed. Secondly, it's impacted how games have been released, whether they're delayed or, whatever. But also, I feel like it has had impacts on hype. I feel like games, for the most part, not every game, but I think a lot of games, they haven't really been getting a lot of hype until very, very close to when the game releases this year, which is the case sometimes, but not all the time. And then they've also died off, I would say, very quickly after the game is released this year, which, again, does happen, but I feel like it's a little bit more amplified this year. So do you know what I mean? I feel like, and Call of Duty is a prime example, by the way, because Call of Duty has been kind of up against the clock for the majority of 2020, where it's like, okay, most years at this point, say at this, whatever, marker, we had this information. Oh, 2020? No, we don't have it. Okay, marker B. Normally we have this information by marker B's time. Oh, this year? No, we don't have it. In fact, we don't even have marker A's stuff at this point. And that was this year with Call of Duty. Call of Duty has been pushed. Now, again, I mean, it's coming out around the exact same time that it always has, okay? In fact, it normally did. Didn't it normally come out in November, and then it started to do a lot of October stuff, and now it's back to November? So, I mean, maybe it was internally delayed like 2-3 weeks. Okay, I mean, it's definitely possible, but in general, they're doing, I would say, and Jeff Keighley even said it, that he doesn't think developers are getting enough credit for being able to do all this stuff during what's going on. I agree to a certain extent. I also think there are some bad eggs always in pretty much in anything, but these guys should, I would say, that they've stuck to what they normally do. I will say that. Okay, we normally get a Call of Duty in October or November, and they're giving us a Call of Duty in October or November. Okay, the lead up to it though has just been very, very different. It's been, I think there has been some excitement for it. Even like Dr. Disrespect, right, on YouTube, coming to YouTube, right, from Twitch. I think he probably has energized a lot of people in different ways than in the years past, at least even for me. Like when I see him doing all this Warzone stuff, it's like, I'm glad he's excited for it. I'm glad followers of him are excited. And obviously, again, Call of Duty's got an enormous base. But going to the beta and alpha, look, from what I've seen from it, or even from what I've heard of it, not all that impressive at all, and kind of giving people a lot of concern as to what the base game is going to be like. Call of Duty, it rests on the multiplayer. I think there are actually a very underrated amount of people that buy this game for the single player. I think that number probably has gone up over the last couple years. I would say, especially, I wouldn't be surprised if it peaked last year, right? Where, again, people probably, I was even, where you would just buy it just to do the single player, just to rub it in the face, again, of all the crazy people out there that basically are saying, no, don't get the game, don't play the single player. Well, I'm just going to do it despite them. And so this game doesn't have that, but also for what it's worth, I feel like it's been, or it's felt like, kind of a disappointment for some people. Now, again, if I'm reading the room wrong, you guys absolutely let me know in the comments. Another thing you have to think of, too, is zombies are attached to this year's, and zombies, I think, always bring with it a completely different, I guess, tone, but it also brings that audience out. I really do feel like there are people, well, firstly, I think there's people that only play, like, the Black Ops games, there are people that only play, certain, like, avenues of the Call of Duty games. I think there are those people, but I also do think there's people that only buy the zombie modes, because the zombie, and credit to them, I've even watched a lot of the stuff they've talked about in the zombie stuff. They know, trust me, they know how popular zombies is. They know how much of a fundamental thing it is to their, because again, like next year's Call of Duty will not have that. And so they know that it's always, when zombies comes, it's an important thing. And so you lean on that. And so that's another thing to consider, that maybe if this is the year that the multiplayer takes a step back in terms of quality, which it very well could be, okay? And maybe the story isn't as, now actually, I like kind of conspiracies. I like this kind of like alternate kind of history take that they have done, in the past. I like it. But again, I don't know, and maybe I'm, again, overvaluing last year. Maybe I'm saying, because of all the stuff that happened last year, maybe I'm overvaluing it and saying, well, maybe none of the games will reach it. Maybe that's just completely wrong, okay? That's obviously something to keep in mind. But if the multiplayer falters a little bit, if the campaign maybe isn't as grabbing to the average eye, you still have zombies, and I think the zombies can kind of pull it back. Call of Duty's in an interesting spot. It's a phenomena. It's something that you look at what they've done for literally for a decade plus, okay? And just having year after year after year. And some of them are more safe than others, but they always, I think, have consistently better than what people give them credit for stories in terms of they're just good action thriller kind of things, which I think definitely do have value that not everybody gives them credit for. I think that does have power. The multiplayer, I think, is always at a consistent level. Now, again, some years it's better than others. Some years it's a little bit worse. And then zombies, again, even if that's safe, you still don't get it every year. So I feel like it always has a breath of fresh air. And again, this year definitely seems like they're taking zombies to another. If there's anything that's going to be massively improved in this game, I think it is going to be zombies. Or there's another way of saying it, if there's going to be something grabbing that's going to grab people about this game, it'll be zombies. So I'm looking forward to seeing, is this a game I'm going to get day one? Maybe people are asking. I don't know if anybody's asking me that, but if anybody is asking me that, this is a game I'm going to watch. I think it's a game I want to see what people are talking about. I think I have the ability, even with this channel, to talk about games, even if I don't own them, right, with the kind of content I do. There's so many games, guys. There's so many games releasing just over the next couple weeks, and then that early period of November. I don't know if, Call of Duty is going to fall into that. I'll be honest with you, and I'll say I don't think it is. Maybe a sale later down the line, but to answer, I guess, my question of the video, do I think it's in serious trouble? I don't think the alpha and beta did anything good for it. I don't think it helped their case. In fact, I would probably go so far to say that it only hurt them. But with that being said, again, hurting Call of Duty is literally like having a little paper cut on like a bear. It's not going to do all that much. I wouldn't be overly concerned. Again, could there be kind of cracks in the armor when we get the game that comes out? Definitely. But I think Call of Duty is always, again, even recent examples, they have, I think, done a really good job of, if there is adversity one year just doesn't do as good, maybe it would be a trend. It could be the next 2 years. It could be the next 3 years that we don't have the greatest Call of Duty games, but they do find ways to capture some kind of energy. And again, even in those down years, it's not even all that bad. So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Do you think Call of Duty Cold War is in serious trouble? What are you thinking about this game going in? What are you buying it for? All those things, let me know in the comments below. Again, as always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. If the video does well enough, I would love to do more videos on Call of Duty. I can definitely do that if you guys want to see it. Again, make sure you guys have joined our Discord if you guys have not yet already. The link for that's in the description below, and I hope to see you all on the next video.